Alright, so in this game, I'm going to be playing Moira. Someone took Ana for me, and I'm an Ana main. I don't play Moira all too much in competitive because I know she doesn't offer a lot of utility for the team, but I'm just going to go through this and show you like how you should play her in these situations to get maximum value, even though she is probably arguably one of the worst picks on support to play and also one of the easiest heroes to play. So I'm primarily focusing healing in these situations and doing damage just to recharge my healing meter. But you'll see how quickly I'm able to get my ultimate. We're 30 seconds into the round. I'm already at 62%. So I'm just trying to farm my ult as quickly as possible. I'm not wasting my fade unless I'm taking unnecessary damage or in bad position and I need to get out. Because once you use your fade on Moira, that's it. You're done. You're cooked. That situation, I just died before I could fade, and now we're just respawning. I'm fading so I don't take the damage from the Ash nade, and she doesn't build ult charge from it. I already got my ult. We're a minute into the round. I have my ult, and we're pushing forward. We get 2 picks. So we have 1 ult in 1 team fight, and we should be able to cap the point here. I'm gonna focus healing, and I got my healing perk within a minute and a half in the round. The minor perk, I always take the one that gives 30 HP upon touch by the orb. It's by far the best minor perk for Moira, so you should totally do that every single time. Kiting back, I have a bad habit of jumping because I play Ana, and I jump because like if you're playing against a Sig, you won't get damage taken as his rocks hit the ground, so it's harder for them to hit you. Although jumping necessarily isn't a good habit to have in this game. But here, 1 team fight, I get my ult and I'm already 65% on to the next team fight on my ult, and I'm just focusing heals. You could pepper people with some spray here, because the healing with Moira heals kind of over time. So if I spray them preemptively, they're gonna continue to get heals. And I'm sticking like glue to the tanks, because that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna frontline with the tanks here and do as much damage as you can, and then just throw healing orbs. Now I already have my ult for the second team fight. So we're about to do 2 team fights. And I have my ult, and yeah, we're gonna use it here. And once again, this is all the utility you have for your team, pretty much all you offer, because there's really nothing else. In 2 team fights, I have 2 ults for both team fights. That's how quickly I'm able to charge my ultimate on Moira. So I'm gonna do it again. We just used our ult, and we're already chilling at like 25%. Just used our ultimate 10 seconds ago, and we're at 40% of our ult. Gonna stay up close with the tanks and just staying close with them. Prioritizing healing. Yes, you do a lot of damage with Moira, but it's not necessary all of the time. Just to recharge your meter and when you ult. But healing will get you your ult very quickly. So focusing heals again, staying close to the tanks, playing corners, playing angles so I'm not taking unnecessary damage, and keeping people alive. We're about to do our 3rd team fight here, and I'm going to have my ultimate for the 3rd team fight. 3 of 3 team fights, and I have my ultimate. So we're already at 95%, so we have our ult for this team fight, and we're gonna pop it again. 3 team fights, 3 ults. That's just insane value by charging your ult, and we're gonna kite back here knowing, oh, the fight's over, we didn't win. And we're gonna back up and go back to the tanks who pushed up and do some damage, and then yeah, I mean, keep our tanks alive and healing them up. Just popped our ult 15 seconds ago. We're already at almost 40% of our ult within 15 seconds. Here we're already at 50% of our ult. We just popped our ult less than 20 seconds ago. We're going into the 4th team fight, and they kind of like staggered, so it's not really much of a team fight. And yeah, 3 ults in 4 team fights, and I'm already at 70% of my ult. So in the 15 fight coming up here, I should have my ultimate to engage with or help my team and enable them with a push. So we cap both points very easily. Now I'm telling my team in comms really to like pay attention to high ground. There's an Ashe up there. We got to go after her. So I tell them at some point in this, I talk on stream, and I'm like, hey, we got to focus her high ground and get her. And she's at a really advantageous spot. And here, got our ultimate again for the next team fight. So only 1 team fight without our ult. Push forward, and we get some picks here, and we might lose this team fight. And we're kiting back. I just popped my ult, and once again, throwing healing orbs. With that 30 HP minor perk, you get a boatload of percentage of ult charge when it hits people for the first time. So, moving forward, respawning, throwing my healing orb. We're at 50% of our ult. Only one team fight so far that we did not have our ult, and we should be having our ult for this next team fight coming up. Not much going on besides just healing the team, and we're going to get our ult again. So here we're going to have it for the next team fight, and we're going to pop it, keep everyone alive as to the best of our abilities, and push forward with the team. This guy gets out of LOS, can't heal them. They just have, you know, a better comp in this situation. Like I said, Moira doesn't offer a lot of value to your team, so it is what it is. I'm starting to contemplate, hey, should I swap? But I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick it through just because, like, I'm just feeling it right now. I'm gonna stick it through. I should ultimately swap to like Baptiste here. He could probably provide the same amount of healing output and damage and be able to get to high ground to get that pesky Ana. Not Ana, that pesky Ashe, who's high ground, just farming our team. So this is the second team fight in which I do not have my ult in the entire game. So I think 5 out of 7 team fights that have happened, I had my ult. And we're just farming our ult now, farming our heals, farming our ult, keeping people alive, throwing healing orbs, throwing damage orbs when necessary, and just pushing forward the team. And this wasn't really much of a team fight that happened. But the next team fight's coming up. They kind of like staggered and were separated, so not a big team fight happened. Now they're going to be staggering out again, and I'm going to get my ult again for the 6th time, I think, this round. 6th or 7th time. So I've had probably, like, I would say safely 6 ults that entire first round. So now we're 15 seconds into the second round on defense, and I'm literally percentage for percentage with second. Every second I'm getting 1%. We're already at 40% of our ult, legitimately 30 seconds into the round. So we're going to be at 50% here 40 seconds into the round. So we're actually quicker than a percentage a second. We're going at like 1.25% per second, maybe more. And we're going to have our ult in about 10 seconds here. It's going to be crazy how quick we get it. And that's all we're doing. We're farming our ult. That's what we're playing, this angle, playing close with the tanks, throwing healing orbs and doing damage as necessary. And we have our ult. In less than, you know, just about 60 seconds, we have our ult. So 60-second ults on Moira. It's pretty crazy. So here we are engaging. My ult was enabled us to do a lot of damage. We're going to come back. Just popped our ult. Just finished. And we're already going to be farming our ult here. We're at 25% in like 10 seconds. And the team just gets wiped. Gonna help out the Rhine, push up with him, keep him alive, enable him, heal him. So here we are, 30 seconds after we popped ult. We're at 60% of our ult. Pushing back, we're gonna get our second ult on defense very quickly here. We should have it for the second team fight on defense. Almost every single fight we have this game, we're gonna have our ult. Probably 70% of the fights, I would say, we have our ult in this game. It's just farming ults with heals. So we have our ult coming up right now. Our Rhine's out of position, but our Orisa goes in here, and I'm gonna back her up. I'm gonna back up Orisa and get our ult here, but I get pinned, unluckily. So we lose that fight and we reset, and yeah, I have my second ult on defense here. And we're just gonna play slow, do a little damage, play slow, chunk at that shield, and now he gets nanoed and pinned. I'm ulting here, kiting back with the team to keep people alive. And I'm just gonna farm our ult. Our ult just ended, and I'm just gonna play it safe, back up, do a little damage here and there, keep myself alive, fade away to keep myself alive, throw my healing orb, and our team's safe back there. Bap's healing. He's a great support hero, whereas Moira isn't. And I'm just going to keep looking for opportunities to do little damage and get heals. I see the Pharaoh's out of position. Like, can I get this cheeky pick here? Oh, yeah, I did. And now we're just going to reset. We reset, go back. The team pushes forward. We're not able to do much. I think we lose one of the tanks. So we backed off. And now they're going to cap the second point. But I'm going to keep healing. And we're going to have our third ult coming up of the game. And I'm going to play an angle here as they push forward, so I don't take a lot of damage. Play this corner, play this angle. Just, you know, keep doing damage, playing the angle. I threw a healing orb by accident. I meant to throw a damage orb. Don't let the Junker Queen get her melee off there. And just have our ult for the next fight. So continuously farming ult is only real value you're going to have on Moira. And that's all I'm going to focus on, is pumping out heals and doing damage to recharge my meters, because if you throw a damage orb, it recharges your healing meter as well. You don't have to necessarily right click. So here we're gonna have another ult. This is our I think our third ult on defense, our 9th ult so far this game. So our 9th ult in this game. We're gonna back up. Our team gets wiped. It's not looking good so far, but I'm gonna die here and we're gonna reset. It looks like we're gonna probably like let them cap here, but we're gonna try our best, and I'm gonna try and farm an ult again as quickly as possible. And by just farming heals, throwing that healing orb with that perk from Moira that gives 30 HP instantly upon it touching somebody. And we're gonna push up, do some damage when we can, and heal the team. And we're gonna have our ult coming up again, probably for the next team fight after that. And that's all we're worried about, is getting our ultimate and staying alive and playing our life and trying to get as much healing as possible to get that ult. The second perk I always take too, the major perk, I always take the major perk that gives you a longer fade and the ability to jump up with that fade so you can get to like height. I'm about to have my ultimate, so I pull into this corner here. I don't want to use my fade to get away, so I'm gonna use it here to stay alive, right? And then push it into the back line, kill 4 people with the tank, and then kill the last person here, and then Venture's gonna come up and escape. And I just popped my ultimate at 108, and we're going to have 30% of our ult within 15 seconds. So 108, 10 seconds in. And here we are, 15 seconds in after our ult, we're at 35% of our ult already. Just popped our ult. 20 seconds ago, we're at 45%. It's pretty insane how quick you are able to charge that. We're less than 30 seconds after we popped our ult last time, already at half. So they're pushing here, and I'm just gonna try and charge as much as possible, and then we're just gonna reset. I'm gonna go onto the point to try and delay it a little bit for the team to respawn, and we're gonna reset and come back out and try to stagger here to hopefully hold them to OT or just win it in general. So gonna get our ultimate again this fight. I'm gonna fade to stay alive, throw healing orbs to keep me alive, and then do damage behind the shield, play the shield for counters, get our ultimate. And that's, I think, our 5th ult on defense, and we had 6 ults on attack, 11 ults in this entire game, which is absolutely crazy. 42 eliminations, 40 assists, only 6 deaths, almost 13,000 damage, and nearly over 27,000 healing for this game. So as you can see, like, Moira is obviously super easy to play, but I got a lot of value from her in this situation, and that's not very common for higher elo, like in Masters and whatnot. And I do notice it's 6v6, so it's not the not the hardest game mode to play in comparison to role queue, which is much more difficult. But I actually am higher elo in role queue than I am in open queue right now, which is odd. But yeah, I'm generally like high masters or low GM, and I play DPS as well at a similar level as my support. Tank, I'm just garbage on. But this just goes to show you, Moira can work in some situations, so long as you're saving your fade, because once you use your fade, if the enemy team decides to follow you, you're dead and you're useless. So you offer like no utility for your team, so you got to play it to your advantage, play corners, play angles, heal your team, and get your ultimate as much as possible. Anyway, appreciate you all. Take care.